Welcome to part 2 of the Shattered Steel walkthrough. Let's hit up the post-mission 1 briefing.
Excellent work, Scout.
Debriefing.
You have temporarily stopped the advance of these strange creatures and prevented them from wreaking havoc on the nearby colonies.
Woo!
The company is quite concerned about the details of this assault. Lanios 3 is an extremely important part of their mining operations, and they can't afford to lose any significant amount of product at this time. I am under orders to interface with the company's Planetary Defense Force computers and bring you under the command of their military commanders for discretionary use as a specialized operative. From this point on, I will be relaying their orders to you, unless otherwise instructed. As usual, follow my orders specifically, and your metabolism should continue with minimal damage. The planetary forces are analyzing the recovered enemies and will have a report for you shortly. Meanwhile, you are needed to gather information about this new threat. Review the briefing reports for more information on your next mission.
One small comment. This is very common in a lot of video games. You can see here where we've got I will be relaying their orders to you unless otherwise instructed, implying that, the AI may be getting orders that are not in your best interest, and therefore you may be working in the dark. I don't know. I understand that need to keep that doubt in your mind, that somehow that for some people makes the world feel a little bit more alive, but for me, I always look at that sort of thing and think, that's never going to play in the game. That's never going to matter. And it's not. But oh well, one thing at a time. On to the briefing for our next mission. We haven't unlocked any new parts yet, otherwise I'd go look at... actually we do have new intelligence, so we can look at that really quick. Now we have the walker, and the spider, and the enemy flyer, and the friendly flyer, and the little data files on all of them. Yeah. Generally not terribly interesting, although it does tell you what weapons they use, so eventually if maybe we pick up twin 64-pack mini rockets, we'll know what to expect from them because we've seen them in action already. Alright, but now onto the mission briefing for mission 2.
I just received report of colonists fleeing the Lennox outpost, sighting a group of alien buildings near their home. Most impressive, given the short time frame they've had to install themselves. This location presents the perfect opportunity to gather more information about our enemy and may help to illuminate us on their supply lines and the strength of their force. You will be dropped to the southeast of the small enemy facility and should stealthily proceed north to the target and inspect the area and gather intelligence information about our foe.
Stealthily, kill them all.
Once you have inspected the installation, destroy as much of the facility as you can. Scout, you may leave as soon as alien reinforcements begin to arrive, so as to preserve your runner. By the way, Scout, before you equip your runner, may I inquire as to the status of your life insurance policies? We have an excellent employee plan which I am programmed to issue as needed. I recommend that you name the company as the beneficiary for present. We have the utmost faith in your abilities, Scout, as usual. Good luck. Carefully approach the enemy compound and inspect its contents.
And one thing that I just did, because it's a reflex at this point in the last installment we didn't talk about, is I always crank up the energy on the weapons. Sometimes I'll do weapons and shield, because, you still got pretty decent ground speed, and it means you get to heal fast, but you don't really need the shield that much. Show you how fast we can go. We're in the red zone.
Reactor at critical temperature.
And that's why you don't drive that fast. Oh, hush him. Now you can see the shield, the concentric circles going down. So right now, because my weapon charge is low, my weapons will recharge fairly slowly while my shields will come up at a decent speed. You can see the percentage just above my heat amount, giving you some idea of what capacity my reactor's at. Now, being able to shoot guys from this far away is largely due to me slowing down the CPU of this computer. Shattered steel does not handle fast CPUs very well, and so the collision detection just goes to absolute yuckiness. This is a 1 gigahertz computer, and it's being run at 33% speed, roughly. There we go. I call it a chicken walker. The game calls it a basilisk, but every enemy has a weak spot. Of course, you can still shoot these guys in the head like you do the spiders, but even if you do that, you still have to kill them. Even with the slowdown, the collision detection isn't 100%.
The enemy facility has been inspected. Good work, Scout.
Go. If you check the objective screen, we also have the objective to destroy 2 large buildings. You take that, and you can have all the missiles. Still takes a lot of missiles. Maybe all the missiles.
Objectives accomplished.
Almost.
Mission complete.
Alright, now for the after-action report. All complete, 6 kills. Great. No new equipment. Eventually, we'll have choices to make there. Eventually.
Good work, Scout. As usual, my instructions were up to par. Your onboard cameras have captured a large amount of valuable footage about our enemy. The Lanio's Defensive Command's analysis of the tapes suggests the site was some sort of listening post, probably used by the enemy to monitor the nearby colony. They learn from others' mistakes, much as I do. Their buildings seem to be constructed of some manner of hybrid of inorganic and organic material. They are unlike anything I have ever encountered. You will shortly be sent details on the final analysis of the enemy units. It is suspected the report will shed some light on our strange foe. They really are quite fascinating, are they not?
Sure,
During the battle, the Lenio's forces detected the launch of an enemy craft carrying human life forms, heading toward a site east of Norhawk. It is believed the site may function as some sort of prison. Long-range scans show a large amount of enemy activity at the site. The Lanio's Planetary Defense Force has done some preliminary scouting of the area and has plans for a special mission that will require your skill.
And we'll start the briefing for that next time, since I can't even be sure we'll get through it in the rest of this. We have our new intelligence. Chunk. There's the basilisk. And you have to understand, sure, this looks incredibly silly by modern standards, but, you know, at the time, if you compare this to monsters that you'd see in Quake, which is 1996, same year, okay, still the Quake ones look a little bit better, but, you know, it's comparable. Plus, these have locational damage, which was still pretty much just a dream at that point. Adding headshots in Half-Life was a big deal. But that's enough blathering about history for now. We'll get on with the next mission briefing in the next installment.